everyone, and welcome back to my Paper Pumpkin series for February 2021. So this is the first time in a long time that I've had a paper pumpkin, and I'm finding it actually very interesting and fun because, as many of you know, I've been out of the craft room for a while. I had an injury and hadn't been able to craft, and maybe having a little bit of difficulty getting my creative mojo going again. So this is a really great way to do it. So what I decided, and it just came to me yesterday as I started to make the first card, is, okay, I'm going to make these cards as the paper pumpkin instructs me to do, because that's just really easy, brainless work. Everything's here, everything you need. I actually needed scissors. I'm using my own adhesive, although they give me a bunch of glue dots to use with it. So it's all here. It's all in a box. It's something that's awesome if you just want to like go on a trip or something and have something to do. It's really good for that. But today we're going to do card 2. Yesterday we did card 1 and my take on card 1 using my existing supplies. Just really the supplies I could just get to quickly, what just first occurred to me to use. So today we'll do the second card, and I'll also show you what I did to kind of recreate it, using this as a jumping off point to make my own card with my own supplies. It's not exactly duplicate, but it's pretty close. So, and hopefully that'll feed me some more ideas for some other cards in the future. So let's go on to the card making part of our day. Okay, another reminder, Cards to Go for February features the Forever Fern set. I still do have some of these if you're interested. Just let me know. So these are our Cards to Go for February. Cards to Go for March will be coming soon. So now let's go on to Paper Pumpkin. Okay, remember I shared yesterday, the kit comes with a whole bunch of glue dots, a bunch of pretty sequins. Let's take that away. It comes with the supplies, so it comes with a nice stamp set, and the theme for this month is sympathy. So let's see if you can see this a little better. Put it on white, and you can see it just a little better. Not real good with this. So there's a pretty bouquet. There's a So Sorry for Your Loss. There's some pretty little flowers. A couple of sentiments that are all geared towards sympathy cards. So on today's cards, we actually won't be using any of these stamps if we're going to put it together according to the instructions. So there are 3 card kits. This was the first one. 3 card designs, 3 each. And I made one of these yesterday. The second one is in the Rococo Rose, and I'm going to make it today. And the third one is in this nice striped pattern that I'm saying is just jade. I'm pretty sure it is. And then, of course, it comes with enough envelopes for everything, enough die cuts to make enough, and actually even a couple of spares if you make a little mistake. So today's card we're going to make using the Rococo Rose. So remember, we do have instructions, so this will be the one we make today. And I have briefly read over the instructions, and I'm going to try to get out just what I need. Oh, as a refresher, as a reminder, this one was yesterday. Very pretty. If you can see, I really do like this, gold doily. And of course, this paper is the Mary Merlot color with the white roses on it, and it's one of my favorite colors. We have a Mossy Meadow greeting on one of these punched out die cuts, and of course they don't really give us anything for the inside. I put a piece of tape here so I could photo it and have it stay shut, but they don't really give us anything for the inside. You could stamp whatever you had on the inside, or you could just simply write on the inside. So, and then my version of this card was to use the ornate floral embossing folder, the ornate layers die cut. This came from the painted labels and a piece of ribbon and some pearls that I colored with a Mossy Meadow Stampin' Blend. And then I just went ahead and put a Mossy Meadow mat inside in mine because my paper is not white, so you can't write on it very easily. So I needed to put it inside in mine. The inside of the paper that comes with the paper pumpkin is colored on the outside and white on the inside, so you can write on it. So we'll put that one aside because we don't need it today. And let's gather out what we do need. So for today's card, according to my picture here, we're going to need a base, which that's the Rococo Rose. We're going to need one of these vellum sheets, which I know they're here because I just saw. Oh, here it is. Okay. Going to need a vellum sheet. And then we're also going to need to take some of the die cuts. Now, in looking at today's card, we're going to need this one. And you see I'm just punching it out. It's already mostly cut, but there's a few places that it's stuck so that it can stay in the sheet. And we'll also need this one. And we need this one. Now the remaining die cuts are going to be used for tomorrow's card. Now, according to the instructions, they tell us to go ahead and use glue dots to add these on. So we can do that. We have the glue dots here, if I haven't lost them already. Here they are. Okay. Now I'm going to grab out, take your pick tool. And according to my picture, I need this one at the top, this one right down below it, and then this one down here. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do that because you see our big sentiment, well, we'll wait to add this one, but our sentiment goes over top of the first rows. Okay, so I'm going to fold my card base. And again, if I had my bone folder, I would use it, but I have my fingernail handy, so that's what I'm using. Now, I think I'll go ahead and decorate this before I adhere it. So let's just do it like it says because it gives us these glue dots. If I can, yeah, that's not too hard. You pick up the paper, then you just pick up the glue dot and put it on back. Now you're going to need a few of these to get this to lay down. These are just a little bit fiddly to get off of here. Or maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know because I haven't used these type before. Just be patient with me. I'm sure there's an easier way, but I don't know it. And I like to have several because I like things to be adhered good. See, the glue dot is coming off with the paper, so I have to get it off. Now, normally what I do is just use my glue, but they gave me glue dots, so I'm going to use the glue dots. So this goes kind of about here. And then we want this one down here in this corner. We have to leave room for our big saying. And remember, these sayings come in 3 languages, and I don't know all those languages, so I'm going to use the one I understand, and one that most likely will be understood by the person that I will send this to. Because I do send my cards out. I make them and I want to use them. I really like my glue dots better off of my roll. I find them easier to use. And I do like to use plenty. Maybe I'm using too many, but I like to use plenty so it sticks well. Maybe I need to look up how to get these off of here easier. Okay, so this would go down here. And we're going to save this one for just a minute. Now when we're doing our sentiments, and we don't often have sentiments like this, but we're told to pull the negative off first. That will make it easier. Of course, it's not all that easy to get the negative off. That will make it easier to get the sentiment out without tearing it. Of course, I don't really care about this bottom one, but I do care about this middle one. And I'm just doing what they told me. I'm tearing off the sentiment first. We're tearing off the negative first. This was in the instructions. Oops. Not coming. It's coming with it. See, I haven't practiced this. I haven't rehearsed this, so you get to see me doing it maybe the way that you would do it. I'm coming across the same sorts of challenges. Well, I think this is all good and well, but I think I can get that out of there. Well, that's really all I need off. I'm not going to worry about that last one. Now I'm going to peel off. I'm going to use my other side to peel off my thinking of you. I don't need that. And we will have to be careful peeling this because it could tear, because it's going to be pretty delicate, because the only thing here is just the skinny little letters that say thinking of you. So I'm trying to support it as I tear it off so I don't tear the letters. I have used this sort of thing before. Oops. Well, so far this has been the hardest part of making the card. Don't want to tear this. It's really sticky, so I'm not going to worry about it coming off my card once I get it on there. Here it comes. Don't want to get impatient now and lose it, because I have most of it up. But we've got this stuck just a little bit. Okay, great. We've got it. Now I still have to poke out, reshape it, and poke out the little bits. I don't want this in my card. It is really sticky. I'm telling you, this will not come off your card once you get it. Once you get it on there. Again, if there's an easier way to do it, I don't know it. So if you have an idea, feel free to let me know. I'm going to use my little pokey tool. Because you see, the little bits of these are still connected in places. And I'm trying to be very careful not to tear. And every piece is really, really sticky. Have I said that already? coming down the home stretch. And I'm pretty sure that when I lay this down, I better have it laid down where I want, because I don't know that I'm going to be able to reposition it. Okay. I think I have everything out of there. And if you see in our picture, we're just kind of laying it diagonally across there. So let's see what I can do. If I get it off my fingers and get all the other spare bits off my fingers. And get it shaped back right, because I misshaped it a little bit. Ooh, this is a little scary. Because I hate to mess it up. Okay, thinking. Oh, I gotta get my fingers out of there. Okay. Hope I don't run off the edge. Nope, got it. Of Y-O Woo! Okay. That was a little bit of work. But, okay, we made it. We made it. And now I can add my last flower if I haven't lost it already. I don't really want to lay it on top. I'm just going to lay it right there. So grab a glue dot. And put it on there. And where do I want it? I want it there. Okay. And my card base is here. Now, I can use glue dots to put this down. Let's clean off my space here. I can use the glue dots they've given me to put this down. But putting down vellum is always, oops, push that down real good. Putting down vellum is always a challenge because the glue tends to show through. So I'm just going to show you a trick. Yes, I can use the glue dots that they gave me, and I can hide them in various places because I have enough things going on here. But I just want to show you a little trick that I like to use for adding vellum. Okay, this is where you pull out your handy dandy little silicone mat, and you get a piece of sponge. So you get a piece, it's just 1/4 of a sponge. And on your silicone mat, you just pour some glue. And you just dab in the glue. And if you turn this over, now I am going to stick to the areas behind, but it won't matter if I don't just stay in the areas behind. Well, it's a good thing I started in the area behind because this one has a little bit of green ink on it. I should have said get a clean sponge. So I'm going to use this side. And I'm going to make a new puddle. I should have said get a clean sponge. And if you just sponge it on like this, you can get enough adhesive on the back. Again, I could have used the glue dots and hidden them behind the flowers, but if you just sponge it on, you can get enough that it'll hold. And I knew I should have used another glue dot on that flower. Need to use at least 2. Well, I don't know if it's going to hold or not. I did it on my other one. Hold it down for a minute. Or I could do my friend's little trick friend taught me this. Lay it down like that. And let that dry, okay? If that doesn't work, then I think it will, because I did this. Okay, so this is the card from the paper pumpkin kit. Exactly as they say to make it. I don't see that they said to put any gewgaws on or anything, because we do have these pretty little embellishments. But I don't see that they say to use them on that. So this is the card that I made. And the way I made this, just leave that set there, get that out of the way. The way I made this was I took a piece of vellum and I used the leaf from the Rooted in Nature set. So I used this little leaf right here, stamped it in my Versamark, and went all around the edge of my vellum, put on the gold embossing powder and heat embossed it, and this is what we get. Now I did it twice because I thought, oh, maybe I want to do that. I put this little mask on here like this so it would be exactly like the one that came with the kit, so it would have that square line. And I actually decided that I just like this sort of random a little better. So I did it twice. And I will warn you about heat embossing vellum. If you're not very careful with your heat to get it off there as soon as it sets, that it will crinkle a little bit. You can still use it because we're going to adhere it down. But just a little warning, just a little word of warning. But this leaf. Now I also then two-step stamped this image and die cut it for these. This is Rococo Rose to match our paper, and then I used Rich Razzleberry for the shadowing. This is So Saffron and Bumblebee, and then I just punched out some Mossy Meadow leaves to add to it. So that is my take on this card. All right, dare we lift this and see if it sticks? All right. So there's our card for today. And my take on our card for today. So I'll post pictures of these and I'll let you know what supplies I used. And I hope you like it. And the next card, I'll be trying to figure up a way to make it. Now, I'm pretty confident I can make it as it came in the package because that's really easy. But I'll try to figure up a way to make one for us that also uses supplies that we can purchase. Again, you can purchase refills for this package for a limited time. Although this makes 9 cards, so that may be enough for you. But I hope you enjoy, and we will see what tomorrow brings. So I am enjoying these paper pumpkin cards because they're really giving me a starting point after having a creativity lull for a while, not being in the craft room. I am enjoying making them. I'm not sure if I'm enjoying making the cards as much as I am enjoying making a second card with my own supplies, just giving me that creative punch that I need. Again, it's a great thing to take with you if you want to craft on the go. It's also a wonderful kit for new stampers. It gives you stamp sets. It gives you supplies that you need to get started on making your own cards. I mean, everything comes with the kit that you'll need. Again, I prefer to use my own adhesive, but yeah, I can use those glue dots. It will get the job done. It gives you the decorations. And take a look at next month's kit because it actually, for the first time ever that I know of, next month's kit is actually shown to you. You can see what's in it. So I will put a link so you can take a look. But happy crafting. Have a great day. Bye all.